The starting lineup for your Anderson University Trojans. Leading off and playing right field, number 16, Braden Harrison. Batting second, the second baseman, number 12, Kyle Kakamis. Batting third, the center fielder, number 10, Zach Stover. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 7, Brooks Morrow. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 5, Ben Bullard. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 9, Dom Bellows. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 26, Gray Wells. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 17, Braden Owens. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 2, Carson Molinaroli. And starting on the mound for your Trojans is number 30, Josh Legnard. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Eagles fell behind early but rallied and scored 8 of the final 9 runs of the game. And Anderson's only run in that stretch came in the 9th inning. Eagles held on for the 8-5 win with Xavier Hart getting his first career win and Eli Norris getting his 6th career save, all of which have been this season. We are about underway, or about ready to get underway from Anderson Memorial Stadium as Carson-Newman and Anderson meet in Game 2 of the series, first of the Twin Bill. And Ryan Jenkins leads off against Joshua Legnard, who starts the inning with a fastball that is fouled off to the right for strike 1. Very similar lineup for Carson-Newman. Actually, it's the same exact lineup. Jenkins, Williams, Floyd will lead off for the Eagles as we start 2 minutes after the scheduled start time here in Anderson, South Carolina. Next pitch home from Legnard is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another beautiful day in Anderson, South Carolina. 65 degrees and sunny as the next offering home is a high fastball, and it's 1 ball, or 2 balls now, and 1 strike on Carson-Newman shortstop Jenkins, who swings and slaps one out towards straightaway center field. Stover sprinting back near the wall, leaps up, and it's over his head. It bounces up against the wall. Jenkins rounds first. He's at second base. He's going for 3, and he's going to slide in head first to third base with a leadoff triple. Well, the wind is picked up once again at about 15 to 20 miles per hour roughly throughout this day, and Jenkins crushes one and gets a little bit of help on his drive to center field. 94 miles per hour off the bat on a fastball on the outside part of the plate. And now Spencer Williams with an RBI opportunity. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch is a strike on the upper part of the zone. It's 0-1 on Spencer Williams. You can hear the wind, and you might hear it quite often throughout this contest here today. The winds yesterday were effective at times as Williams taps one right side. This might score a run. Wells will go home with it. He fakes, and he won't get it out at home or at first. 1-0 Carson-Newman on an infield single by Spencer Williams, an RBI, and the Eagles lead 1-0. Well, it was a slow tapper, and Jenkins was halfway down the line at third and decided to sprint home, and Gray Wells hesitated with his throw. Didn't make it to home, tried to turn back to first, and nobody was covering. So Spencer Williams starts the scoring on his infield single to first, and it's 1-0. Now Logan Floyd stands in and takes a first pitch strike from Joshua Legnard on a fastball in the outer corner at 85 miles per hour that time. Picked to first base. Williams back on a head-first slide. Floyd was terrific yesterday for Carson-Newman. 3 hits and 3 RBI to lead the team to help the Eagles rally from down 4 early. Next pitch home is a breaking ball at 75 miles per hour from Joshua Legnard. It's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Carson-Newman's 3-hitter with the Eagles ahead 1-0 early. The lift and fire home is a breaking ball right down the middle for a strike. It's 1-2. Legnard 5-1 this year, rather 4-1 I should say. A 5.3 ERA for the senior right-hander. 8 appearances, 5 starts, over 32 innings as he picks to first base. He is left-handed. I second-guessed initially because the stats have him listed as a right-handed pitcher. The lefty lifts and fires, and Floyd crushes one right side. Over to the right field line is Harrison. He'll make the catch at the warning track for the first out of the inning. First out recorded of the game, and it'll bring Tanner Kilgore to the plate. Here's the rest of Anderson's defense. Braden Owens is back in left field. Braden Harrison opposite of him in right field with Zach Stover out in center field. The left side of the infield, Brooks Morrow, Carson Molina Rowley are on the left side of the infield. Molina Rowley is the shortstop. Kyle Kakamis is the second baseman. Gray Wells is at first, and Dom Bello catching the lefty Legnard, who lifts and fires a pitch that is fouled back to the screen by Kilgore for strike 1. The gusts today can get up to as high as 25 to 30 miles per hour today. It feels great outside if you're in the sun. It is a 65-degree day as we start the first game. It's expected to get up into the low 70s today as Kilgore hits one high and foul off to the right side on the 0-1 pitch home. And it's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Carson-Newman's first baseman, or rather DH, Tanner Kilgore, hitting cleanup, with Spencer Williams aboard at first base here in the first. Nothing in 2 set for Legnard. His 6th start of the year. He lifts, Williams takes off. The pitch home is hit high into the air again. Very similar spot in foul ground near the Anderson bullpen. It's foul for strike 2. We'll keep it at 0-2 here in the first. Eagles ahead 1-0. Ryan Jenkins leadoff triple, and Spencer Williams drove him in with a RBI single on an infield hit. As Carson-Newman ahead 1-0. The right-handed hitting Tanner Kilgore stands back into the batter's box with his 26 RBI. As he waits for another 0-2 offering, and the pick to first base will send Williams back without a dive. No balls, 2 strikes as Legnard comes set. Brings the glove to his chest. Williams takes off again. The pitch is into the dirt and blocked by Bello, but he won't be able to make a play. And it's a stolen bag for Spencer Williams. He swipes his 7th of the year. And the Eagles have a runner in scoring position with still just 1 out. Williams got a terrific jump on the pitch home. And so now Kilgore gets to hit with a runner in scoring position. 1-2 set for Legnard. He lifts and fires in a breaking ball in the outer corner. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the second out of the inning. A first strikeout for Joshua Legnard, who has 32 this year. And back-to-back outs here in the top of the first. And in stands Nicholas Castellana. Castellana yesterday was fine at the plate. Had an RBI sacrifice fly in his 4 trips. Swings and misses at the first offering. It was a fastball at 85 miles per hour on the corner for strike 1. No clouds in the sky. Another terrific day for baseball in Anderson, South Carolina. 0-1 set for Legnard. He looks at the dancing Williams and will pick out to second base. No tag applied, just a throw to the second baseman, Kakamis, who's there to secure and give it back to his pitcher, Legnard. 1-0 Carson-Newman, 2 outs, top first. Legnard lifts and fires home. High fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. He won't touch the 90s with his fastball. We've seen it come in now a lot in this first frame at about 85 miles per hour. That's what he's tapped out at so far. 1-1 set for the lefty. He looks at Williams, who gets an extended lead, and now the pitch home is a breaking ball on the bottom of the zone for a called strike. 1-2 on Nicholas Castellana here in the first. Carson-Newman ahead 1-0. Ryan Jenkins with a leadoff triple, and Williams drove him in. He's at second base with 2 outs. The 1-2 to Castellana. Swing and a miss, foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Inning over, but it's a productive first for Carson-Newman. It strikes first this weekend in the first game of the Twin Bill here in Anderson, South Carolina. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left for Carson-Newman. Eagles have a 1-0 lead as they send Andrew Bench to the mound to make his second start of the year. We see Andrew Bench's start, and he begins the bottom half of the first inning after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Second start of the year for Andrew Bench. It'll be his 8th appearance of the year for the senior Canadian here today. 2 wins and a loss to his line this year over 17 innings of work on the mound. 13 strikeouts. Opponents are only hitting 194 against Carson-Newman's right-handed starting pitcher today, Andrew Bench. His last outing was a really good outing at Limestone last weekend in Gaffney. It was an outing that featured 5 innings of 1-run ball, 5 strikeouts, a career high, and he earned his first win of the year in that effort. So Andrew Bench, off a really good effort last time out, gets the ball as Carson-Newman's Game 2 starter of this weekend series for his 8th appearance. He comes set, bringing the glove to his belt as he gets ready to face Braden Harrison, and the first pitch is popped into the air, back behind home. And this ball is over the head of all the fans in attendance in the seating area down below, and it's a foul ball for strike 1 against Braden Harrison of Anderson. Anderson's right fielder is on a 9-game hitting streak. As he waits for the 0-1, it's grounded to short on a couple of hops. Jenkins backhands. His throw across is in time. First out recorded on the 6-3 ground out. Harrison retired, and that'll bring in Kyle Kakamisi, who had a RBI triple in yesterday's win or loss for Anderson.
Number 12, Kyle Kakamis.
Kakamis has an 8-game hitting streak on the year and entering this baseball game. He swings from the left side, does the second baseman as Andrew Bench comes set, and his fastball home is a called strike at the knees. The ball's in a strike, 1-0 Carson-Newman, bottom 1. Righty Bench brings the glove to his chest and pitches a breaking ball that is grounded foul off to the right side. An 80-mile-per-hour changeup that time from Bench. He got Kakamis to roll it over foul. Strike 2, so Bench effective early. He's worked ahead on Anderson's 2-hitter in the lineup. with Zach Stover, the 3-hitter, waiting on deck. Righty bench comes set. He brings the glove to his belt, and his breaking ball at 73 is outside for ball 1. Carson-Newman's won 4 consecutive road games, longest road winning streak since 2022. A couple of wins today, and at least one in this first game would extend it to a 5-game road winning streak, longest in 4 years. High and inside fastball at 85, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Anderson's second baseman. Eagles overall have won 5 games in a row now to improve to 21-6 overall this year. 15 games above 500 is Tom Griffin's group in the midst of their second longest winning streak of the year. 2-2, breaking ball is popped up high into the outfield. It goes. Ryan Bolton sprinting into the gap, backs up at the last second and makes the catch for out number 2. The wind picks up so much at times that it's going to be tough for these outfielders, even on what seems to be a routine play, to stay with it. And that time Bolton needed every second that he had to reel that baseball into his mitt that he catches with his left hand, uses to catch with his left hand. Second out recorded, and now Zach Stover with 2 outs. First pitch home is a breaking ball at 73 miles per hour, clips the outer zone. Strike 1. So 3 consecutive first pitch strikes from Andrew Bench to begin his outing. Nothing in 1 set for the senior right-hander. He lifts and fires in another breaking ball. This one's away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on a windy and sunny day in Anderson, South Carolina. Wind's helping hitters today. We might see plenty of long balls. 1-1 home from Bench is a ground ball left side. Jenkins to his left, dives but can't come up with it. And a base hit on a breaking ball from Zach Stover. A 2-out knock for Anderson, and they have their first hit of the day. What really is challenging, not only for the outfielders to field in this gusty wind, but just for me, I'm outside today in the shade off to the right of the press box, a landing area attached to the press box, up some stairs, plenty of space, but certainly a challenge to make sure papers and things do not fly away. As first pitch swinging is the cleanup hitter, Morrow, and diving and not being able to come up with the baseball is Ryan Bolton. Throw to third, Gibson tag, not there. Brian Bolton made a diving effort on Brooks Morrow's line drive single to left field. Had it in his mitt initially, but as he rolled over with the ball, it flutters out for a base hit. Back-to-back 2-out knocks and singles from Zach Stover and now Brooks Morrow bring Ben Bullard to the plate, the DH. And everything covered up and made sure that it's not going to blow away from me here as the corners are occupied in the first. 1-0 Carson-Newman, and the first offering to Bullard is high for ball 1. So the Eagles were able to get a ground ball and a flyout for the first 2 quick outs for Bench, but now he's given up back-to-back 2-out singles, and the Trojans are threatening. And here's ball 2 to Bullard of Anderson, 2-0. Stover at third, Morrow at first base here in the first. A 1-0 game as Andrew Bench looks into his catcher, Nicholas Castellana. Brings the glove to his belt, pauses for a moment, and now pitches a breaking ball in the corner. It's a strike at 74 miles per hour. Bolton, Miller, Williams left to right in Carson-Newman's outfield. Aiden Gibson's at third base. Ryan Jenkins is at shortstop once again. Cole Nathan and Logan Floyd, 2 sophomores, make up the right side of the infield with Castellana catching as he sees Bench's fastball come into his mitt on the outer zone, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bench has worked his way back into this count against Bullard. Ben Bullard batting with 2 on and 2 out in the first. His team trailing by 1 run. Bullard 2 for 4 yesterday with a ribby, and before he sees the offering, Bench will pick out over to first. Check on Morrow. Not an Anderson club that will steal many bases. Morrow does have 4 stolen bags this year. He gets a sizable lead at first base with 2 on and 2 out. Runner takes off. Bench will pick to first base, and the Eagles will let Morrow take the base. They don't want to worry about allowing a run to score, and so they'll allow Morrow to sprint to second base. 2 in scoring position. Now for Anderson. Big opportunity for one of these two sides to make something happen here. Can Bench get out of the first? He comes set, and his 2-2 home is a fastball swing and a miss. Strike 3. A big first strikeout for Andrew Bench sends Anderson down. And scoreless in the first inning, he works around a couple of 2-out singles to toss a scoreless first. We've played a full inning in our first of 2 at Anderson Memorial Stadium. It's Carson-Newman 1 and the Trojans nothing. Eagles back to the plate for the second when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Top of inning number 2, Carson-Newman leads Anderson in game 2 of the series. Game 1 of the day, 1-0 on a Spencer Williams infield single. Eagles by a run, and they come back to the plate here in the second with the 6, 7, and 8 part of the batting order coming to the plate. Aiden Gibson, Cole Nathan, Ryan Bolton due up for the Eagles with Trey Miller in the 9 spot possibly later in this frame, as Gibson, who hit his first home run of the year and 4th of his career yesterday, fouls the first pitch back for strike 1. Gibson's home run came in the 9th inning to straightaway center field. 0-1 is crushed foul off to the right on a fastball from Joshua Legnard at 85 miles per hour. Gibson was late, and he's behind 0-2. The left-handed pitcher gets into his windup. The 0-2 breaking ball bounces into the dirt. Gibson wise and stays away. Joshua Legnard making his 9th appearance of the year, 6th start. Has the second most innings pitched among guys this season. His breaking ball's high, and the count is even at 2-2. The graduate student from St. John's Christian Academy High School stands at 6'3", 205 pounds. 2-2 line for the lefty to Gibson. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball into the dirt. And it was caught, though, by Bello. Strike 3. That's 3 straight Ks for Joshua Legnard. And he's got the first out of the second inning. Now Cole Nathan. Legnard has given Anderson 6 innings of work in 3 of his last 4 starts of the year, and he's struck out as many as 8 guys in an outing this year. He's already up to 3 as he delivers a breaking ball to Cole Nathan for a strike. Cole Nathan had a pretty good day at the plate yesterday for CN. 2 hits and 5 at-bats. Didn't drive any runs, but drove in 1 time as he fouls the next pitch off the end of his bat toward the Anderson dugout. It's strike 2. 0-2 on Cole Nathan, who's hitting .350 on the season in his sophomore campaign. 18 RBI as the 0-2 fastball is high and away for ball 1. 29 hits for Cole Nathan this season. That is tied for the 3rd most with Tanner Kilgore on this club. Only Logan Floyd, who hits in the 3 spot, and Trey Miller, who hits next, or in the 9 spot in the hole right now, have more than Cole Nathan and Tanner Kilgore. 1-2's foul back. It will keep the count at A ball and 2 strikes with Carson-Newman ahead 1-0. Top of inning number 2. 1 out in the frame. The lefty Legnard has the sign from his catcher Bello. Winds and delivers a breaking ball that is crushed down the left field line. After it is the left fielder Owens. He dives, can't make the play. Cole Nathan rounds first. He's sprinting towards second base. He turns at second, puts on the brakes, and he's got extra bases. A 1-out double for Cole Nathan. And the Eagles have a base runner in the second inning. Nathan squared up that breaking ball for his 4th double of the year, driving it to left field in the line on a breaking ball that was on the inner part of the plate. And now the 1-out batter is Ryan Bolton. See what he can do in his first opportunity. He'll take a fastball at 84 for a called strike. Yesterday, Bolton out of this same 8-hole had a base hit and 5 at-bats. His batting average is at .340 in his second playing season. Nathan a decent lead at second as Legnard looks and now pitches a breaking ball low for ball 1. Carson-Newman hoping to take the series. They can do that today with at least 1 win in these 2 games. The Eagles have not dropped a series this year. 1-1 offering, and Bolton slaps it through the right side for a base hit. Nathan rounds third. He'll be sent home. The play at the plate. No tag applied. Nathan slides in safely. It's an RBI single for Ryan Bolton, and the Eagles add on to the lead. It's 2-0. Good piece of hitting from Ryan Bolton on a breaking ball into the outer part of the plate. He takes it the other way to drive in his 6th run of the year. 2-0 Eagles, and now the 9-hitter Trey Miller. Eagles have done a good job seeing Legnard and have taken pitches where they're thrown to that part of the field. And now the 1-out batter is Trey Miller. Miller shows bunt, pulls it back, and the fastball is on the corner for a called strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike on Trey Miller. A lefty lifts and will pick to first base. Back safely is Ryan Bolton. You can hear the wind today will be a factor when it really picks up. I'll let you hear it sometimes when it picks up like that. Close play at first base and Bolton's out. They pick him off at first base as he tried to dive back on Legnard's pickoff attempt, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Good job by the lefty. Got Bolton leaning, and that's the 2nd out. So now Miller stands in with 2 outs. 1-3 pickoff on the play. Next pitch home is a breaking ball high from Legnard. It's ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The offering to Miller, breaking ball into the dirt this time. 2 balls and 1 strike on Trey Miller, who's hitting an impressive .416 on the year. He continues to rake in his 3rd season with Carson-Newman. The graduate student has the 4th highest batting average in the league. 2-1 offering home is an inside fastball for strike 2. Only Mackenzie Wainwright of Lenore Rhine, Jalen Mack of Coker, and Cole Hales of Catawba have a better batting average than Carson-Newman's center fielder, Trey Miller. 2-2 line from the pitcher, Legnard, and he misses outside with his breaking ball, and Miller works the count full. It's like having a second leadoff hitter. When your 9-hitter is your top hitter on your club, then it makes Jenkins your 2-hitter, Williams your 3, Floyd, Kilgore, and so on are the heart of the order again as Miller swings and pops the 3-2 pitch out of play right side for a foul ball. It's the value of having a guy like that at the bottom of your order. There never is an end to the order. It's just a continuous cycle of quality hitters throughout Tom Griffin's order, and that's what puts him in this 9 spot. There's no need to bat him leadoff because he basically does bat leadoff. He sets the table sometimes out of his 9 spot in the order. Here's another 3-2 pitch from Joshua Legnard. It's an inside fastball that Miller swings and misses at for strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Joshua Legnard, but he does allow a run on the inning because of a Ryan Bolton 1-out single to right field. Eagles score a run on 2 hits for the second straight inning, and they don't strand anybody in the frame. Andrew Bench back to the mound with his team up by 2 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
65 degrees and sunny in Anderson, South Carolina as Carson-Newman and Anderson battle in a 3-game series. This is the second game of the series. First of the day. We'll play 9 innings here in this first game of the Twin Bill, and then we'll play a 7-inning game in the second one as Dom Bello will come to the plate. To begin this second inning, he's using Trey Miller's walk-up song that Trey uses at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex as Bello approaches the plate after going 1 for 4, struck out 3 times, though, out of the 3 spot. He gets dropped to the 6 spot in the lineup today and takes ball 1 high and inside. To start the inning, he's hitting .329 for the year, 20 RBI, and 4 home runs. 1-0 set from Bench, and his fastball is well outside. He gets away from Castellana, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The Eagles ahead 2-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Carson-Newman maintaining first place in the South Atlantic Conference, having to hold off a quality Lenore-Rhine team who is still 1 game back of the Eagles thanks to their run rule win over UVA-Wise yesterday. 2-0 pitch is a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Eagles and Bears have played the same number of games. Only Catawba has more wins, but they've played 3 more games and have just 1 more win than Carson-Newman. As Bench's breaking ball is too high, and it's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The offering home. Ball 4. Missed outside, and so Bench gives his first free pass of the day to Dom Bello. And a leadoff guy aboard for Anderson for the first time today.
First baseman, number 26, Gray Wells.
In steps Gray Wells, the first baseman here in the second inning. Hitting .244 with a home run. He swings from the left side, and the first pitch home is a high fastball that misses for ball 1. Righty Bench looking to find his rhythm here in the second inning. His 1-0 offering is an inside fastball that also misses, so he's behind 2-0, and Tom Griffin's out of the dugout on a 2-0 count with Wells. 6 of the first 7 pitches from Andrew Bench here in the second inning have missed the strike zone, and so Tom Griffin will chat it over with his starting pitcher, Andrew Bench, here in this second inning with Carson-Newman ahead by 2 runs, 2-0. Eagles and Trojans meeting for the 50th time here today. Fifth meeting 51 will be the 7-inning game. This is Andrew Bench's 20th appearance. He's tossed more than 45 innings. In his Carson-Newman career, this being his second start of the year. Trying to navigate this second inning and find his rhythm and back in the strike zone. He was strike dominant in the first frame. 2-0 set, and the breaking ball home is a strike. That breaking ball at 74 miles per hour has been his go-to pitch here in this start. He has found the zone quite often with the offering. 2 balls and a strike now on Gray Wells. With Bello at first, the fastball home jams Wells, who swings and fouls it back to the screen, and it's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom second. Eagles ahead 2-0. Winners of 5 straight. 2-2 set for the righty bench. Breaking ball away, 3-2. See what bench does here. He just missed with the changeup outside. He's got the curveball in his repertoire. Does he go with the breaking ball or the fastball as he comes set for a 3-2 home? The breaking ball is called strike 3. Wells punched out on Bench's breaking ball at 74 miles per hour, and that's the first out of the inning. A big strikeout from Andrew Bench, his second of the game. And there's 1 out. That's a big breaking ball and a big out here in this second inning. Bench has just 4 walks this year, but 3 of them are over his last 2 appearances. First pitch home is a fastball for a strike at 84 miles per hour. It touches the top part of the strike zone to Braden Owens to make it 0-1. Braden Owens entered yesterday's game 0 for 9, snapped his hitless streak in 12 straight at-bats with a double. Ground ball, chopper to third. Gibson fields his throw on the run. Nice play. Floyd digs it out the dirt on the throw across by Aiden Gibson. And that's the second out of the inning. Runner does move to second base on the 5-3 putout. 2 outs for the 9-hitter Carson Molina-Roli.
Shortstop, number 2, Carson Molina-Roli.
That's a really good play by Aiden Gibson on the run, having to throw across his body on a slow roller in this infield grass. He makes the play, and now 2 outs for Anderson's shortstop, who hits 308, shows bunt, bunts at third base side, but foul. He tried to bunt for a base hit, but unable to bunt it in fair territory, and so it's strike 1. Molina-Roli was good yesterday for this team. Hit the ball pretty well, but only had just 1 RBI, no base hits for him. But he is certainly a threat when he steps to the batter's box out of the 9th spot, very similar to Trey Miller. 0-1 offering, a breaking ball in the corner, and he's behind 0-2 against Carson-Newman's senior right-hander, Andrew Bench. 2-0 Eagles. Bench is ahead 0-2 on number 2, Carson-Newman. Carson Molina-Roli. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and away. Molina-Roli took a step at it and watched it go into Castellana's mitt at 87 miles per hour. The righty bench comes set. He looks at second base. Short lead for Bello. And the offering home now is a ball hit out towards center field. Trey Miller sprints to his right, is under it, and makes the catch, inning over. Andrew Bench navigates around an inning where he threw 6 balls in his first 7 pitches of the frame. He walked Bello to lead off the inning, but a strikeout followed by a ground out and a fly out allows him to put up another 0. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for Anderson in the second. We've played 2 complete innings at Anderson Memorial Stadium. It's Carson-Newman 2 and Anderson 0. Eagles back to the plate for the third when we come back.
Down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Anderson, South Carolina at Anderson Memorial Stadium. A stadium that used to feature minor league baseball, single-A baseball of the Atlanta Braves at one point back in the day. Now home of the Anderson University Trojans, who are hosting Carson-Newman in this 3-game series and trail 2-0 as the Eagles come back to the plate with a 2-0 lead, and Ryan Jenkins will step up to the plate and stand in there for the second time. He tripled his first triple as an Eagle in the first. Shows bunt, bunts it right back to the pitcher. Legnard fields, turns, and throws. The lefty fires in time to get Jenkins, who tried to bunt for a base hit, and that's the first down on the first pitch of inning number 3. Legnard, fine numbers, but he's scattered 4 hits and 2 runs so far. Does have 4 strikeouts, and a guy that has a low walk number, has yet to walk anybody. Just 8 walks in 34 innings of work. First pitch to Spencer Williams, and the lefty-lefty matchup's a strike on the corner. We'll see how conference series go around the league today, with Carson-Newman trying to stay near the top of the league. Of course, the top 2 teams at the end of the season in the regular season, as Williams rolls one over. Routine play for the second baseman, Kakamis, and he makes it quickly. There are 2 away on a 1-3 putout and a 4-3 putout. Top 2 teams in the league host the opening round of the SAC tournament. The teams are built into pods. The 1-8, 4-5s will play all together at the 1 seed's home site, and the 2-7 and the 3-6 will play at the 2 seed's home site. Winner of the double elimination 4-team bracket will advance to the SAC Championship Series a week later. Those top 2 seeds certainly very important for teams wanting to host, as Floyd takes first pitch ball and second pitch for a ball on a fastball outside. It's 2-0. Right now, Carson-Newman's in first place and does have a little bit of a sizable gap there. 1 game ahead of LR and a 2-game lead on Catawba, thanks to less games played, essentially. 2-0 is fouled high into the air right side by Floyd. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles have a 3-game advantage against Coker, and that's the 4 seed, the Cobras, and then UVA Wise and Wingate are tied for 5th, and they're 5 games back of Carson-Newman. So a nice little advantage that the Eagles right now have because of the 11-2 league record. Trying to extend that today up 2-0, and now Floyd takes a strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eagles trying to avoid going down in order against Joshua Legnard here in the 3rd, who's looking to throw his first 0 of the day. The lefty's got the sign. He gets into his windup. The 2-2 home is lined right to short. Molina Rowley moves to his left and robs Floyd of a base hit. A line drive out. Ends a 1-2-3 third for Joshua Legnard. Good inning from the lefty. He gets 2 ground ball outs and a line drive out to send the Eagles down in order. 2-0 Carson-Newman. The Eagles send Andrew Bench back to the rubber with a 2-0 lead in the 3rd when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
2-0 Carson-Newman as Andrew Bench gets ready to go back to work for Carson-Newman in the third inning, making his second start of the season for the Eagles, 9th career start. Eagles are in blue uniforms today, wore the orange uniforms yesterday. Eagles in the visiting blue today, and the front of the jersey reads Eagles in white, outlined in orange. It's a blue jersey. The number is outlined in orange, and it's white on the back of the uniform. As the Eagles wear blue baseball caps and gray pants against an Anderson team today that wears black baseball caps with a white jersey and black numbers on the front and back. The front of the uniform reads Trojans across the front, white pants as well, an all-white look for Anderson today. First pitch at the bottom of the third is a fastball that misses low and inside for ball one to Anderson's leadoff batter, Braden Harrison. Good work from Andrew Bench so far. He had to navigate around 6 balls in his first 7 pitches of the second inning, but tossed another 0 and now gets a high fly ball to right center field. Over to the gap is Spencer Williams, and he leans back with the glove and makes the catch for the out. So Braden Harrison's 0 for 2, the best hitter on Anderson. One away for Kyle Kakamisi. That was a pitch, according to TrackMan, that was 2 balls at least outside the zone, and Harrison chased a fastball on a 1-0. Now the lefty, Kyle Kakamisi, the second baseman. He takes the first pitch for a strike at 85 miles per hour. Based on TrackMan, which isn't perfect by any means, but gives you a pretty good idea of where the strike zone might be. A lot of pitches from the home plate umpire so far in the first few innings have favored the upper part of the zone. 0-1 breaking ball, that's on the corner for a strike, nothing in 2. Both the Bench's pitches just now on TrackMan were outside for what would be considered balls. 0-2 sent for the senior right-hander as he looks for his third punch-out. The pitch home is grounded right side. It's the second baseman, Nathan, losing his cap and throwing on to first for the second out of the inning. One second baseman grounds out to another, and Bench is 1 out away from a 1-2-3 frame of his own here in the third. Carson-Newman's Jackson Underwood yesterday found a way to battle through a 4-run first and through 3 zeros. Xavier Hart followed with more zeros of his own, 4 in a row. And the Eagles shut down what was an Anderson club that came out crushing the ball. As Bench's breaking ball's a strike, it's 0-1. They were hitting it all around the park in the first inning for a 5-hit frame, and all of a sudden Underwood settled in and the pitching staff made adjustments to shut down a hot set of Anderson bats. 0-1's popped up foul toward the seats right side. This will bounce off the concrete along the right side of the seating area, and it's strike 2. Bench work once again works ahead. Back-to-back hitters he's gotten ahead 0-2 on here in the third inning as he faces Zach Stover, who singled off him with 2 outs in the first inning. Bench, a long look into his catcher, Castellana, as he comes set with the pitch clock down to 12. He pauses for 3 exact seconds and now pitches a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Pitch clock is set up right underneath the scoreboard so those in attendance can watch the pitch clock, and it's also set up behind home plate so that the pitchers can see it. 1-2. Ground ball sharply to short. Off a couple of hops, Jenkins collects cleanly, and his throw is in time for the final out of the inning. Well, Joshua Legnard threw a 1-2-3 top half of the third, and Andrew Bench responds with a 1-2-3 frame in the bottom of the third. We've played a third of this first of 2 at Anderson's Memorial Stadium. It is 2-0 Eagles. They bring the heart of the order to the plate. 4, 5, and 6 coming to bat in the fourth when we come back to Anderson, South Carolina after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Didn't take long for Joshua Legnard to get warmed up for the fourth inning. He threw about 4 pitches. They threw down, and they're underway in the fourth inning. The first pitch was a ball to Tanner Kilgore as he stands back to the plate. The Eagles ahead 2-0. The next offering home is a swing and a miss by Kilgore, who struck out in the first against Legnard. 1 ball, 1 strike, top of inning number 4. Carson-Newman 2, Anderson nothing. The lefty against the righty. Kilgore gets a swing and a miss on a fastball that time at 86 miles per hour. That's the fastest thrown pitch by the lefty Legnard in this game now. And he's ahead 1-2. He's got the sign from his catcher. He winds and delivers home to Kilgore. Fastball away that time. Misses for ball 2. Eagles this season are 16-0 when scoring first. They've scored first here in Game 1 of the doubleheader against the Trojans. 2-2 home is a fastball lifted to right center field. It's enough to bloop into right center for a base hit. Carson-Newman's 5th hit off the bat of Tanner Kilgore, his first. And the Eagles have the leadoff guy aboard for the second time in 4 frames. Good piece of hitting that time by the sophomore DH Kilgore to lift that ball into the gap on a pitch that was outside of the strike zone, according to TrackMan. Did enough to poke it to right center, and the Eagles have a runner here in the 4th. Castellana shows bunt. He bunts at first base side, but foul. Trying to get the runner into scoring position in this 4th inning. Trying to put it in perspective how gusty these winds are at times today. I mean, it is extremely gusty as there's a pick to first base. You don't feel it as much when you're down by the field and field level, but when you're up in the jet stream, it is quite powerful. 0-1, and Castellana pops it up high into the air right side, and foul ground. Gray Wells is over, and he goes back near the first base line to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So Kilgore singles to start this 4th, and Castellana's now the first out of the inning on his pop out. Swing and a miss on the first pitch by Aiden Gibson for strike 1. Two nothing Carson-Newman, top 4. Runner at first base with an out in the inning is the next home, or before the pitch home, is a pickoff to first base to keep Kilgore close to the bag. Lefty fires. Gibson shows bunt, bunts at third base side. This is a foul ball. Wisely, Morrow let it roll foul that time. He misplayed one yesterday on a softly hit grounder, but that time does a good job and allows it to go foul for strike 2. Second Eagle trying to bunt this inning. Gibson maybe more of a bunt for a hit opportunity there, but unable to get it inside the line, and so now he heads back to the batter's box in an 0-2 count. Before that, though, another pick to first base. Oh-2 is into the dirt. No balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 4th inning, Carson-Newman 2, Anderson nothing. It's the Eagles ahead early. It was Anderson earlier this series, yesterday in Game 1, that got ahead early. Before the next pitch, Legnard checks again at first base for Tanner Kilgore, who's not known for stealing bases, but with 1 out and a good hitter in Gibson, who hits .330 at the plate, it's a hit-and-run opportunity. Short lead is the pitch home. It's a breaking ball high, but it's a called strike 3. Legnard has his 5th strikeout on a breaking ball that clips the upper part of the strike zone. First strikeout of the inning, 2nd out of the inning now here in the 4th inning, and now Cole Nathan will stand in with 2 away. 2-out batter is Carson-Newman's second baseman, who has 3 hits this series. The lefty, Legnard, sets and pitches a breaking ball to Cole Nathan at 71 miles per hour for a called strike 1. Well, the wind gusts are so powerful at times that I've got a sweatshirt on the table here just outside the press box that has moved multiple times by the wind so far today. I've got it in case it gets cold enough, even though it is nearing 70 degrees this afternoon, but it is still in the shade quite chilly at times because of the wind. Ground ball to short, a routine flip to second base, a fielder's choice, a 6-4 flip to get Kilgore at second base, ends the inning. Carson-Newman got a base runner in that 4th inning, a leadoff base hit from Tanner Kilgore for Carson-Newman's 5th hit, but they don't score on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left in the 4th. 3.5 innings in the books. It's Carson-Newman 2 and Anderson nothing as Andrew Bench heads back to the mound with a 2-run lead as we head to the bottom half of inning number 4 after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman by 2 runs as the winds continue to play a factor here at Anderson Memorial Stadium. The leadoff batter is Brooks Morrow here in the 4th inning. He is the cleanup hitter for the Trojans. 4, 5, and 6. Bullard and Bello will follow against Andrew Bench. First pitch of the inning is a fastball below the zone that Castellana catches out of the dirt for ball 1. Carson-Newman scored a run in each of the first 2 frames, an RBI base hit by Spencer Williams, and a 1-out single to right by Ryan Bolton have the 2 runs plated home for CN as Bench misses high with his fastball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. That fastball in at 85 miles per hour. The righty comes set. He works exclusively from the stretch, and his next home is a fastball in the corner for a strike. 2-1. Eagles do have some guys stretching. Most of the bullpen guys camp out in the dugout. There isn't really any good seating area where you can visually see the game. As Bench's breaking ball, it clips the inner part, and it's strike 2. There isn't really anywhere in the bullpens for anybody to sit out there and watch the game, and so all the bullpen guys are in the dugout. So when there is action, you certainly can tell who it is and what's happening as there's a fly out to left field. Ryan Bolton sprinting in, diving, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Ryan Bolton as he sprints in to make the diving effort on a flare to left by Brooks Morrow. And that's the first out of the inning. Bolton's made some terrific defensive plays in this game and in this series and made an excellent play there on a diving catch. To record the first out of the inning. Now the 5-hitter Ben Bullard, and he hits one off the end of the bat, up the middle to Jenkins, to his left fields and throws to first for the second out. That was a nice play by Ryan Jenkins. He had to move to his left behind the second base bag, launched that baseball to first to get Bullard for the second out of the inning.
Dom Bello.
Now Dom Bello, as Andrew Bench quietly has retired 8 in a row. He walked Bello in the second to begin the second inning, and since then has gone strikeout, ground out, fly out, ground out, fly out, ground out. Now meets Bello again and starts him with a strike on the corner. 0-1 as Bench gets ready to toss his 50th pitch of the game. The righty comes set for a 0-1 offering. Breaking ball, tipped foul by Bello back to the screen, 0-2. The Eagles do have somebody throwing actively. It is Blake Cooper, a left-handed reliever. Started games last year but has been used mainly as a reliever in his second and senior season in Mossy Creek. Bench trying to send down a 9th straight Anderson hitter. The righty sets and pitches to Bello. A ground ball left side. Jenkins to his left this time. Backhands a long throw. Scooped out of the dirt by Floyd, but not in time to get Dom Bello. That was a heck of a play again by Jenkins, and Floyd scooped it out of the dirt with his first baseman's mitt, but Bello did enough to sprint up the line at first and beat it out. So an infield single breaks up a stretch where Bench retired 8 in a row, and Bello reaches for the second time with a 2-out infield single. And now Gray Wells. Bench sets and pitches a breaking ball to Wells, high and away for ball 1. So Bello has reached twice in the last 3 frames, the only Anderson hitter to reach since the first. 1-0 set for the righty Bench with a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th and 2 outs. He pitches to Wells, who pops it up high into the air. It's flaring toward foul ground. Gibson is going to catch it in fair territory, and he makes the play for the final out of the inning. Good defensive work again by Carson-Newman. They get Wells to pop out the third to end the frame, and Andrew Bench has fired 4 scoreless in his second start of the year. 2-0 Carson-Newman. It tries to pat on to the lead when we come back, leading 2-0 after 4 innings here in Anderson, South Carolina. This is Carson-Newman Baseball on the Eagles Sports Network.
For our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
2-0 Carson-Newman as it gets ready to face Joshua Legnard, who has tossed 4 innings of 2-run ball with 5 strikeouts over 61 pitches. He'll pitch into the 5th inning here as he faces the 8-9-1 of part of Carson-Newman's batting order. Ryan Bolton, Trey Miller, Ryan Jenkins due to the plate for Tom Griffin's team in the 4th frame. Bolton drove in Cole Nathan with an RBI single in the 2nd and swings and slaps one to the right side. First pitch swinging. It's Kakamis coming up with it, and he'll throw to first for a 4-3 putout to start the 5th inning. both pitchers have done a fine job. Carson-Newman's just got a couple of nice hits consecutively. Both of the Eagles' runs have come on back-to-back base hits. Jenkins in the first had a leadoff triple. Williams drove him in with an infield hit, and then in the second inning, Cole Nathans doubled with 2 outs, or doubled with 1 out, I should say. And then next batter, Ryan Bolton, drove him in with a base hit. Trey Miller fans at a breaking ball at 82 miles per hour for strike 1. 0-1 on Carson-Newman's center fielder today, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second frame. The lefty winds and delivers a chopper to short. Molina rolling off a couple of hops will field and throw across to get the speedy Miller for the second out of the inning. So back-to-back groundouts, and quietly Joshua Legnard has retired 5 in a row. He gave up a leadoff single last inning, and since then has been able to regroup now, and he's retired 5 straight Eagles, and now will face the top of the order in Ryan Jenkins. Both these teams have done a pretty decent job of keeping the ball down, as Jenkins takes a strike at the bottom of the zone at 84 miles per hour on the fastball. You have to credit these pitchers and what they've been able to do. Force ground balls and not allow too much hard contact as Jenkins takes a slider inside for ball 1. Hasn't been too much hard contact today, and because if these two teams can square up a baseball with the jet stream that's up there in the wind, you're going to see some home runs today. It's picking up right now as Jenkins waits for a 1-1 and takes a fastball outside at 84, 2-1. One of these guys get a hold of one. They're going to leave the yard. Gibson did it yesterday to straightaway center, the deepest part of the park, as Jenkins takes a hard swing and comes up empty for strike 2 on a breaking ball. A changeup at 77 evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Legnard, the lefty, gets into his windup and is offering home to Jenkins as an inside fastball called strike 3. Good work from Joshua Legnard. Second time he sent the Eagles down in order, and he punches out Jenkins for his 6th K of the game. Carson-Newman ahead by 2 runs. The Eagles scored those 2 runs in the first 2 frames. They've been blanked in the last 3, and they'll send Andrew Bench back to the mound as Carson-Newman leads 2-0. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
No home events this weekend in Mossy Creek. Broadcast sports, that is. Carson-Newman tennis is in action in Mossy Creek today. The women's team won 3-2, or have a 3-2 lead, I should say, in 4 singles complete. The men's tennis team will play Coker later today. Carson-Newman softball's on the road today. They're at Mars Hill and leading 3-0 in the top half of the 5th inning. There in Mars Hill, North Carolina. Andrew Bench back to work against Braden Owens to start the 5th inning, and the breaking ball is a strike on the inside part of the plate. That is Andrew Bench's 54th pitch. He has been efficient, working through his first 4 frames of scoreless baseball. 0-1 set for the righty Bench as he pitches, and this ball's lined right back up the middle for a base hit. A fastball right down the middle. Drove back up the middle by Braden Owens for Anderson's 4th hit, and just their 2nd since the 1st inning. Leadoff batter aboard for the 2nd time today for the Trojans. Comes in the 5th inning, and now Carson Molina Rowley Carson-Newman softball is playing a doubleheader with Mars Hill. They'll get going later today for that second game whenever the first one comes to a conclusion. As Bench sets and pitches to Molina Rowley, a fastball that is a strike. They're going to say Molina Rowley either went around or they're going to say he went around. That pitch was way outside according to TrackMan, and from my view, they're going to say Molina Rowley did not pull that bat back in time. 0-1 count. Andrew Bench comes set. He's got 4 seconds to pitch. 3, 2, and he'll pick to first. No balls and a strike as Bench toes the rubber. Long look in, about a 10-second look into Castellana. Now he comes set at 7. Sends one in. It's a breaking ball, lifted foul by Molina Rowley out of the seats, and it's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Carson Molina Rowley with Carson-Newman pitcher Andrew Bench trying to toss a 5th scoreless inning. The right-handed pitcher comes set. Short lead at first for Owens. The offering home is a swing and a miss. No, it's a foul ball. And it'll keep the count at 0-2. The runner would have been able to get the second on that with the ball rolling all the way to the backstop, but they're going to say Molina Rowley just barely tapped that baseball and nicked it off his bat. Stays 0-2. That was a breaking ball way low. Here's the next home. Ground ball to third. Gibson fields it, goes to second for 1. Back to first. Roll it up. 5-4-3. Eagles turn the double play for the second out of the inning. Terrific work. 16, Bench gets Molina Rowley to roll over a ground ball and a breaking ball that was inside of the zone for the second outs, the first and second outs of the inning. Eagles have turned 3 double plays at timely sequences this weekend. First pitch now to the top of the order, and Braden Harrison is a strike. Eagles made some mistakes on Tuesday in a 16-6 win defensively and have made some terrific plays this weekend. 1-0's crushed to left. Back goes Ryan Bolton. This ball is long gone. Harrison crushes one into the trees in left field to start the scoring for Anderson. Braden Harrison goes yard for the 5th time this year at team high, and the Trojans are within a run. Big-time bomb from Braden Harrison with 2 outs on a 1-0 pitch from Andrew Bench. That ball, as soon as you saw it leave the bat, knew it was gone. It's 100 miles per hour off the bat on a elevated fastball. And so now Kyle Kakamis with 2 outs will take a pitch on the outer corner for a strike. 0-1. That is the first home run allowed by Andrew Bench this season. And it comes in the 5th with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 to the second baseman who taps it foul, and it's strike 2. Really just one pitch now that has hurt Andrew Bench in his second start of the year. But what a big double play that was, because if the Eagles do not get that double play, let's say they only get one guy, that's a 2-run shot then for Harrison. This game's tied. Instead, the Eagles still lead by 1. 0-2 set for the righty Bench as he fires in a fastball that's hit out toward right center field. This ball's sinking in, and it's extra bases for Kyle Kakamis. He's off to the races. Williams gets the ball from the wall and holds Kakamis to a double. 2-out double for Anderson's second baseman, and just like that, back-to-back extra base hits for Anderson, and they're threatening here in this 5th inning.
Number 10,
Blake
Zach
Cooper
Stover
continues to throw for Carson-Newman. And the Eagles will let Bench potentially face Zach Stover. Castellano has walked out and to chat with the pitcher bench, and right now the Eagles have stopped Blake Cooper from throwing. He is just standing there as Castellano and bench chat things over with 2 outs in the 5th inning in a 1-run game. Cooper was actively throwing. Now he has stopped throwing. Seems to be ready to roll. There is no coach out of the dugout yet for Carson-Newman. The umpire comes and breaks up the visit with Castellano and bench, and there will be no change. He'll stay in the game and face Zach Stover. Tying run in this 5th inning stands at second base. The right-handed pitcher, Andrew Bench, comes set for pitch 65. He looks back at the runner at second that's got a pretty good lead and now pitches home. A breaking ball blocked by Castellano for ball 1. Certainly these pitches probably the biggest of Andrew Bench's start now. Trying to keep this lead in Carson-Newman's hands. 1-0 set for Bench, and he pitches a fastball fouled back, and it dings off the fencing and the poles that hold up the netting behind home plate. Foul ball, strike 1. Stover in this baseball game has singled and grounded out. He's hit the ball twice really hard. The ground out was a sharply hit ball to Jenkins at short. 1-1 set for Bench. The Canadian looks at second and now fires. A breaking ball, again blocked by Castellano. 2-1. You've got a free base at first, and so you don't want to miss with a pitch and allow Anderson to take the lead, but you don't want to obviously give up a free walk here and put the go-ahead run on base. Got to make good pitches and maybe see if the Trojans can chase it a couple. 2-1 pitch from Andrew Bench is hit back up the middle underneath the umpire's legs into center field. Game's tied as rounding third and scoring is Kakamis, and it's 2-2. A hanging breaking ball ties the game on Zach Stover's 24th RBI of the year. Back-to-back hits, or rather 3 in a row hits for the Anderson Trojans have run Andrew Bench out of the game. Blake Cooper's coming in for Carson-Newman. Game's tied at 2. The Eagles making a change, and we'll tell you more about Blake Cooper after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
For our home teams, like the Eagles, it means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Blake Cooper into the game for the 9th time this season. 9 innings pitched over his first 8 appearances as a senior left-handed pitcher. 9 walks, 6 strikeouts, and an ERA right at 2. He will face 4, 5, and 6 of Anderson's batting order. This is Brooks Morrow with a runner at first, and Cooper right away will pick to first. 9 walks, 6 strikeouts, I should say. Cooper has gone his last 2 2/3, or 2 1/3, I should say, innings of scoreless baseball over 3 appearances as he fires an 86-mile-per-hour fastball for a strike. 0-1 on Brooks Morrow, who's 1 for 2. 4 hits in the inning, but the double play wiped the first 2 batters of the frame out of this inning, but a home run, a double, and a single has tied the game. Fly ball to right field. This ball's hanging up into the air for Williams, who backpedals, goes back, and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Blake Cooper throws 2 pitches to get Carson-Newman out of the 5th inning, but Anderson strikes twice on 4 base hits. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We have a brand new ball game. A 2-run 5th for Anderson's tied things up as we head to the 6th inning after these messages. This is Carson-Newman Baseball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
We welcome you back to Anderson Memorial Stadium in Anderson, South Carolina, where Carson-Newman and Anderson are meeting in the first of a twin bill on this March 22nd and a Saturday afternoon where the weather is fantastic here at the ballpark. 67 degrees now is the temperature. First pitch temperature was 65 degrees. We should be in the 70s by 3:30 or 4 o'clock, roughly when the second game of this doubleheader will begin. Eagles in a tied game now with the Trojans, who scored twice in the 5th, will send Spencer Williams, Logan Floyd, and Tanner Kilgore to the plate against Joshua Legnard through 5 innings, 69 pitches. Here's pitch 70, and Williams rolls it over right side, through the right side for a base hit. It sneaks by Wells and Kakamies to right field, and it's a first pitch base hit for Spencer Williams. He's got 2 singles in his 34th career multi-hit day. Brings Logan Floyd to the dish. Back-to-back now multi-hit days for Williams. He had 2 hits yesterday that came in the latter parts of the game, a 7th inning double and an 8th inning single. He scored on both of those. And now singles to give the Eagles a runner on base. Mentioned Legnard's pitch count at 70, 6 hits, 2 runs, 6 strikeouts, 2 off his season high as Floyd lines one down the left field line for a base hit. 2 pitches, 2 hits. Williams rounding second. He's sprinting for third and gets there. Floyd can trot to second with a double. And just like that, Carson-Newman's in business to start the 6th. 2 pitches and 2 terrific swings by Williams and Floyd. Floyd's got his first hit and collects his 7th double of the year. So Williams to third. Scoring position are 2 base runners now for Tanner Kilgore. Exactly how you drew up this 6th inning to go if you're Carson-Newman needing to respond after allowing Anderson to tie the game. Next pitch home, Kilgore swings and pops it up. Foul back to the seats. No play is made as it bangs off the concrete ground in foul ground and rolls toward the fencing area that blocks the stadium in. Collected by 2 young children as that baseball as they sprinted after it in foul ground as it made its way beyond the seats after hitting the concrete. 0-1, top 6, 2-2 game, 2 in scoring position, no one out for Kilgore, who swings again and hits one foul again into the seats. This ball is high, and it bangs again off the concrete. And there go the same 2 kids sprinting after it, and the same one that got the first gets the second. Diving effort from a kid in a red jersey. Not enough. And it's 0-2. 2 foul balls by Kilgore. He's behind in the count with Williams at third and Floyd at second here in the 6th inning. And Carson-Newman ahead, or tied I should say, trying to get back ahead. It's a 2-2 game. 0-2 home. Fastball high and inside for ball one. Nobody throwing right now for Anderson down its bullpen, but there are guys standing and stretching, and so it's getting to that point in the game where both teams are going to have to navigate the bullpen and potentially use it. Eagles have already done so once as Legnard comes set. The lefty fires in a fastball low for ball two. It's 79 miles per hour. Took a little bit off of it. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Tanner Kilgore, who's 1 for 2 today. He singled in the fourth. The lefty comes set, and the 2-2 to Kilgore is chopped to third. Williams is sprinting home. There won't be a play there. They'll go to first with it. It's an RBI ground out. Kilgore drives in his 27th run of the year, and it's 3-2. Carson-Newman's back in front. Floyd stays put at second base. And so now Nicholas Castellana has a great chance to break out of a little bit of a slump, some would say, at the plate. Had some tough luck yesterday with a couple of swings, looking for his first hit of the weekend. At one point this year was hitting above 450. That average has dipped back down to 270 as he fouls the first offering back for a strike. See what he can do. Certainly he's got power in that bat. Only one homer this year, but has 12 RBI, and certainly if he can get a hold of one, the jet stream up there will take it for a ride. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two on a changeup low and away, and it's 2 strikes on Castellana here in the 6th inning. The Eagles have regained the lead. 3-2 on Kilgore's RBI ground out. The lefty comes set and the pitch home is low and away for ball one. Legnard working his way to pitch 80. Gibson waits on deck. Legnard comes set. His left foot is on the middle part of the mound as he comes set. Lifts the right leg and fires home a fastball that Castellana drives high out toward right center field. Back goes Harrison to the gap near the warning track to make the catch. Floyd will have enough speed to tag up and get to third base without a throw. And with 2 outs, the Eagles have a second insurance run 90 feet away as Aiden Gibson will stand in. Two outs for Gibson. The first pitch home is a breaking ball high for ball one. When we get to the bottom half of the 6th inning, we'll update you on some scores in the South Atlantic Conference on this busy Saturday. Certainly this is the day that a lot of the teams play the doubleheaders, presuming the weather is a good thing for all the teams, as Gibson drives one down the right field line. This ball slicing, and it's going to drop into fair territory in the right field corner. 4-2 Carson-Newman. Aiden Gibson into second base with a stand-up 2-out double. Gibson with his 5th double of the year, first hit of the game, and he drives in Floyd to make it 4-2. Good hitting from Gibson. That ball was slicing in a hurry, and somehow it sneaks inside the line after one hopping off the wall. And it's 4-2 Carson-Newman. They've answered Anderson's 2 with 2 of their own. One is set for Legnard, or first pitch, I should say, to Cole Nathan's a foul ball as Gibson was trying to take off for third. Foul ball. Strike one on Cole Nathan, who is 1 for 2. He doubled and scored in the 2nd inning and hit into a fielder's choice in the 4th. The lefty, Legnard, comes set. He looks at Gibson, who's dancing, and now the pitch home is a swing and a miss. Nathan out in front of the changeup from the southpaw at 75 miles per hour. Strike 2. Eagles ahead 4-2. Nathan batting with Gibson, who drove in Carson-Newman's 4th run of the game. standing at second base, and time called prior to the pitch. We've got a pitch clock violation on Legnard, so it'll be ball one. So a ball and 2 strikes on Cole Nathan after the pitch clock violation prior to the 0-2. Nathan stands back in with an RBI opportunity. Legnard looks at second base twice, now pitches a fastball that jams Nathan, and he fouls it back off the pole. That helps hold up the netting, and it's going to stay a 1-2 count. Carson-Newman in the midst of a 5-game winning streak, hoping that extends to 6 and they can take another series here in game 1 of the doubleheader, thanks to an 8-5 win yesterday. 1-2 set for the southpaw. Gibson takes off, and Nathan swings and misses. Strikeout for Legnard, but not before. Carson-Newman scores twice on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Eagles saw Anderson tie it in the 5th, but Tom Griffin's group rallies for 2 more in the 6th to go back up by 2 runs, 4-2 as we head to the bottom half of inning number 6. After these messages, this is the Eagles Sports Network.
For our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
We welcome you back to Anderson, South Carolina, where Carson-Newman's lead is back to 2 runs. Base hits to drive in runners by Tanner Kilgore and Aiden Gibson have allowed Carson-Newman to score now 4 runs in the game to lead 4-2 as Cooper gets the first pitch to be fouled back out of play by Anderson's leadoff batter of this 6th inning, Ben Bullard. 7 hits to score 4 runs for Carson-Newman as the lefty Cooper out of the bullpen fires low and inside. 4-1. 1-1 strike to start the 6th inning. Righty Bullard, the DH, waits and swings and fans at a 1-1 slider, strike 2. One-two set for Blake Cooper as he pitches in the 6th inning against Ben Bullard. The offering. Chopper over top the pitcher to the left side. It's Jenkins collecting and firing to throw out the runner Bullard for the first out of the 6th inning. Good work there by Ryan Jenkins, who's had a nice day defensively in this game. Helped turn a double play, has helped make some really good plays to help Andrew Bench throw 5 innings of 2-run ball. Records his 4th putout of the game there, and now the catcher Dom Bello takes inside for ball 1. We told you we'd take you around the scoreboard this inning. We'll stay true to that as Bello foul tips the ball into the mitt for strike 1. E&H in a non-conference game against Bluefield State leads 16-1 in the 7th. 16-4, I should say. About to wrap that one up potentially if Bluefield State doesn't score as Cooper gets a swing and a miss, and he's ahead 1-2 on Bello. Lenore Ryan continues to be one of the best offensive teams in the country. They lead UVA-Wise 11-0 in the 5th. Bears won 15-1 yesterday, and they're ahead 11-0 in the 5th. 2-2 count on Bello. Here's the pitch. It's flared foul out of play. It stays 2-2. Another good day for Tusculum baseball. They won 8-0 against Mars Hill in the opener. They win 9-0 in Game 2 of the series. So back-to-back shutouts for the Pioneers against the Lions to take this series. Another foul ball from Bello, keep it at 2-2. Wingate Lincoln Memorial started at noon today, and it's 8-5 Bulldogs, top 8 there at Ron Christopher Stadium. Bulldogs scored the first 5 runs of the game to open up an early lead. Another foul ball by Bello keeps it at 2-2 here in the 6th, and Carson-Newman ahead 4-2. Catawba 4, Newberry 1, bottom 6. Those are all the games currently in progress in the South Atlantic Conference. Another foul ball from Bello. This ball is lifted foul into the parking lot, where it one-hops and bangs off a Toyota. Coker defeated Limestone in a game that only took 2 hours. It started at noon, 2-1. So the series even between the Cobras and the Saints now. 2-2 set for Cooper as he fires in a fastball, low and inside for ball 3. Well, Bello today has had some really good at-bats. After striking out 3 times yesterday, he's walked, singled, and now is battling against Blake Cooper to start this 6th inning, and he takes a breaking ball away for ball 4. That's a heck of an at-bat from Dom Bello. A 10-pitch at-bat ends in a walk with 1 out.
Number 26,
for Gray Wells.
Gray Wells.
Cooper against the lefty Wells. Line drive, left field, base hit. He hit it off the end of the bat and drives it to left field. First and second now with 1 out here in this 6th inning in a 4-2 game. Good piece of hitting by Gray Wells against the lefty Cooper. And just like that, AU back in business, the tying runs at first. That's Wells helping Anderson compile its 9th hit of the game. Or make that 8, I should say. Scoreboard's off by 1. First and second. Fastball home outside for a ball, 1-0. Carson-Newman's got some activity down there. 2 guys are loosening. Got Mark Salico throwing quite often right now, probably being the one more called upon in this situation. 1-0 set, and Cooper's fastball's a strike at 86. There's another right-hander throwing for Carson-Newman, but not as frequently as Salico. It's Braxton Roberts loosening for CN. 1-1 set to the lefty Cooper. 2 on, 1 out in the 6th inning. The pitch. Ground ball to short, could be 2. Jenkins fields, flips to Nathan for 1, back to first. Roll it up again. Blake Cooper gets the double play. Jenkins starts it, and they get Braden Owens to ground into a 6-4-3 double play. 4th double play turned by Carson-Newman's defense this weekend. Another massive one comes in the 6th, and strands an Anderson runner after a 2-hit frame. We've played 2/3 of this series, or middle game of a 3-game series. Carson-Newman 4 on 7 hits. Anderson 2 on 8 hits. We head to the 7th inning after these messages. This is Carson-Newman Baseball right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Terrific job by Carson-Newman's defense once more. They've turned now 4 double plays this weekend. That's a 6-4-3-1, helped induced by Blake Cooper's breaking ball at the bottom of the zone to get the outfielder Owens to roll it over into a double play. And Jenkins and Nathan do a terrific job to turn it. And CN holds on to a 4-2 lead thanks to the 6-4-3 double play. Big time defensive play, and we're through 6 innings and getting ready for the 7th inning, and that's the end of the line for Anderson's starting pitcher. Joshua Legnard, he goes 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 7 strikeouts for the left-handed starter, and he gives the ball to Jacob Ingram in the 7th inning. So again, 87 pitches to navigate 6 innings of 4-run ball. They're all earned runs. There has not been an error in this game. 7 strikeouts, one off his season and career high. Ball into the hands of Jacob Ingram to start the inning. First pitch fastball home is a strike at 85. The righty Ingram comes set, lifts and fires in a breaking ball high to Ryan Bolton for a ball. Ball 2 to Bolton, 2 balls and a strike. 4-2 Carson-Newman, top 7. 8-9-1, part of Carson-Newman's batting order, due up to start the inning. Fastball by Ingram, drove to left field by Bolton. This is going to be extra bases potentially. The left fielder cuts it off the wall, and Bolton will be held to a long single. That's a really good defensive play by the left fielder of Anderson. That's Braden Owens out there, and he was the one that hit into the double play, and he was playing back on Bolton there, trying to keep the ball in front. It did so, and holds Bolton to a long single for Carson-Newman's 9th hit of the day. Tell you what, this wind, man, is just ferocious at times at Anderson Memorial Stadium this weekend. First pitch to Trey Miller. He shows bunt, pulls back on the high fastball for ball 1. So Jacob Ingram, the new pitcher, this is his 11th appearance of the year. He has a 3.7 earned run average over his first 10 appearances. The senior from Tallahassee, Alabama, and Tallahassee High School has been really good this year. His bunt is shown and fouled back by Miller for strike 1. He's gone 4 1/3 here as of late of scoreless baseball over his last 2 appearances. He started the year without allowing a run in his first 5 appearances of the season. Those 5 appearances came in 10 innings of work. Miller stands back into the batter's box as he waits for a 1-1 from the righty Ingram. Pick to first. Nice tag by Wells on a low throw, but it's not in time. Ingram has the lowest ERA on this Anderson bunch at 3.7. It comes in 19 2/3 innings pitched. That is the most among guys, or second most, no, it is first among relievers, guys that have not started a game this year, or guys that have even started less than 2 games this year. Time called by Tom Griffin, and he wants to chat with Trey Miller, just shy of the sack logo in foul ground along the third base side, with the Eagles ahead 4-2. Potential strategy for how the Eagles want to maybe get a runner into scoring position here. Certainly Miller's more than capable of laying down a sack bunt, but also bunting for a hit. 1-1 set. Miller swings and chops one to third. Kept in front by Maurer. His throw to first, or rather second, is in time. The one back to first not in time, so a fielder's choice. Takes Bolton off the bases, now puts a little bit more speed out there for Trey Miller. Time called by Anderson, and their head coach wants to chat things over. Potentially a bad slide maybe by Ryan Bolton affected the throw back to first. That would be what my thought would be on that play at second base. Just for the record, you hear the wind in the background. I'm not turning up the headset volume to enhance how windy it is. That is the true microphone, just to get the crowd reaction and to allow you to hear into some of the sounds there. That is the wind and how gusty these winds are at times as Jenkins takes low ball one. There is no extra juice in that microphone that is set up here at the ballpark. 1-0 set for the right-handed pitcher Ingram. The reliever picks to first. 4-2 Carson-Newman. If you're just joining us, the Eagles lead the Trojans in the 7th inning thanks to two in the first, or rather one in the first, one in the second, two in the first 2 innings. Anderson tied the game on a solo home run and a 2-out base hit. It was 2-2 after 5. Carson-Newman got 2 back right back in the 6th. Thanks to base hits from Kilgore and Gibson to make it 4-2, and then the Eagles got a 6-4-3 double play in the bottom half of the 6th inning to erase Anderson's threat to tie it back up. Pick to first. Miller caught leaning, but he's able to sneak back to the first base bag. One ball, one strike. Carson-Newman 4, Anderson 2. Trey Miller, or rather Ryan Jenkins batting with Trey Miller at first, and the pitch does not break. It was a breaking ball that stayed high and inside and drills Jenkins. Hit by pitch, and now the runners for CN are at first and second. Time called, and Anderson will chat things over. And their coaching staff waves the infield in as well. They're all going to chat it over on the mound here in the 7th inning, with Carson-Newman threatening to pad on to its current 4-2 lead. One arm quickly starting to loosen for the Trojans out in the bullpen. He hasn't turned around yet, so you can't get a number yet. The numbers are not on the front of Anderson's uniforms, by the way. Now I've been able to lock down a number. It's a right-hander, Caleb Costa, loosening, a 6'2 righty from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. This is a long visit on the mound, so you wonder maybe if Ingram's day might be over here soon for how actively Costa is throwing out in the bullpen, and this visit being a relatively long one. First time Anderson's made a trip to the mound in this baseball game. 4-2 Carson-Newman. 2 on, 1 out. Heart of the order coming up here. Spencer Williams is batting. He's yet to see a pitch from Jacob Ingram, who's thrown 10 pitches and has given up a single and has hit a batter while giving up a fielder's choice as well. Fastball from Ingram's a strike to Spencer Williams, who is 2 for 3 in this baseball game. Singled in a run in the first inning and singled and scored last half inning. The righty Ingram against the lefty Williams here in the 7th. He sets and pitches, and it bounces and gets away from Bello. Runners are going to move into scoring position on the wild pitch from Jacob Ingram. His fastball at 84 miles per hour was basically spiked into the dirt and got by Bello, and so first and second now turns into second and third, and Anderson brings its infield in. Can't afford to give up any more runs, really, late in the baseball game. 1-1 count on Williams. The pitch. Williams hits it high into the air, out toward left center. Stover loses his ball camp as he gets to the gap and makes the catch. Tagging is Trey Miller. He'll go to home and score. The throw is to third. Eagles do a job. Spencer Williams drives in his second run of the game, and it's 5-2. Productive play by Williams to get one to the outfield, and it's 5-2. Williams drives in Miller for Carson-Newman's 5th run of the day. And now the 2-out batter is Logan Floyd with Ryan Jenkins at second base. Floyd, a 2-bagger in the 6th inning. He scored after it as well. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up into foul territory. It's headed for the seats, and it lands on the concrete ground prior to the seats. It is collected by a fan on 2 hops. Nothing in 1 set for Jacob Ingram with 2 outs. His fastball, he rears back and fires in a fastball. That's a strike. And it's nothing in 2. Trying to escape this 7th inning. It's been a hectic inning for him, but to get out of it with 1 run and keep this within reach for the Trojans is critical. The righty comes set for a 0-1 offering. Another 0-2 offering, I should say. The offering bounces into the dirt, blocked by Bello. Kept in front for ball 1. These 2 teams will turn around shortly after this first game and play 2 here at Anderson Memorial Stadium. They'll play a 7-inning game in the series finale. What is a beautiful day in Anderson, South Carolina. Windy, beautiful day. 1-2 set, the pitch home. Fastball hit back up the middle on a 1-hop to Molina Rowley. He's there and throws out Floyd. Terrific job by the shortstop. He was aligned up the gap and robs Floyd of an RBI base hit. But it's a productive inning for Carson-Newman. It hits the baseball 1 time to score 1 run, a sac fly from Spencer Williams. No runs, or rather 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left for Carson-Newman in the 7th. Eagles have extended the lead back to 3, largest of the day. 5-2 as we stretch at Anderson Memorial Stadium. Carson-Newman by 3 runs, needing 9 outs for another series victory here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Are you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Blake Cooper back to the mound for Carson-Newman in a game that is in Carson-Newman's hands right now. A 5-2 advantage. The Eagles try to win a 6th straight game and a 5th straight.
Number 2, Carson Molina-Rowley.
Away from home. 9-1-2 due up for Anderson. Carson Molina-Rowley will be the batter for the Trojans here in the bottom half of inning number 7. Blake Cooper back to the mound, and his first pitch of the inning is a fastball outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the 9-hitter Molina-Rowley, who's 0 for 2. Next one home is a fastball at 86 miles per hour that time on the radar gun. A strike to Molina-Rowley, who's 0 for 2 and is grounded out and flew out. Strike two on an 81-mile-per-hour changeup on the corner on the outside part of the plate. 1-2. The righty, or Molina Rowley, waits for Cooper, the lefty's fastball. That's high for ball two. 85 miles per hour that time from Blake Cooper. Evens up the count before the lineup card turns back over. 2-2 set for Cooper. Line drive foul off the bat of the shortstop. Into the seats. Two. Good block by Castellana on a breaking ball into the dirt. Stayed away from by Molina Rowley. 3-2 now. Certainly the Trojans' offense capable of compiling several hits consecutively. They did it yesterday in the first inning, 4 consecutive hits to plate 3 runs. Line drive, right field foul. Molina Rowley's been late on every pitch thrown his way, and that was an 86-mile-per-hour fastball down the middle. Fouled off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Blake Cooper lifts and fires in a fastball, chopped to second. Nathan to his right, and it nicks off his glove. And that'll be Nathan's second error of the weekend to give Anderson its first runner of this 7th inning.
Number 16, Braden Harrison.
Brayton Harrison now to the plate. He is 1 for 3 and homered in the 5th. Cooper's first pitch to him is a check swing for ball 1. It was low and inside, no appeal down. Content that Harrison did not go around. Powerful winds here in Anderson, South Carolina. The 1-0 is a swing and a miss for strike 1 on an 81-mile-per-hour changeup. That thing picking up here at the park again. Pitch inside for a ball. Castellana sees it get away from him and goes back behind home, and so Molina Rowley times it well and goes up to second base. We'll see how that is labeled. Probably a passed ball on Castellana. Pitch probably should have been caught. It wasn't into the dirt, but it was low. 2 balls and a strike with a runner in scoring position now here in the 7th. 2-1 home. Fastball away, 3-1. Eagles in danger of putting a second runner on and bringing the tying run for Anderson to the plate. Cooper picks to second base, low throw. It bounces away from Nathan and gets into center field. Miller backs it up, but the runner moves to third. So a couple of issues here in this 7th inning for Carson-Newman. An error compiled by a failed pickoff attempt has moved Anderson's leadoff runner, Carson Molina Rowley, to third. Second error of the inning. Here's the 3-1 from Blake Cooper, a fastball out toward right field. Sprinting in is Williams. He'll get there to make the catch. Throw to home is a high throw. Castellana can't get the tag in time on a pretty good throw from Spencer Williams, but it's the first out of the inning, and it results in the first run of the inning as well for Anderson. Sac fly for Harrison. He's got 2 RBI now. So that run scores as an unearned run right now on the sac fly from Harrison to make it 5-3. Eagles will trade an out for a run there, and now Cooper back to work with the bases clear for Kyle Kakamies. First pitch in the lefty-lefty matchups on the corner for a called strike. Next offering home is a breaking ball, a slider away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here in the 7th inning. Breaking ball away, 2 balls, 1 strike. here in this 7th inning. 5-3 Carson-Newman trying to hold on to this lead in the final few innings. Cooper, the lefty, sets, lifts, and fires a slider again. Low and away. Kakamis stays away, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Three-one home. Ground ball to short. Jenkins off 3 hops will field it. Throw to first. Good one in time. Out recorded. Second of the inning. Kakamis now 1 for 4, and here's Zach Stover.
Number 10, Zach Stover.
Two-out batter is Zach Stover, who singled twice in 3 at-bats. Has 2 of Anderson's 9 hits. First pitch is a fastball away for ball 1. .10 set for the lefty Cooper. Check swing by Stover. He went around on Cooper's slider that dipped below the strike zone. Would have been ball 2. Instead, it's strike 1. 5-3 Eagles in the 7th. Cooper lifts and fires a 1-1 fastball high for ball 2. The Walter State transfer is in his 2nd season with Carson-Newman in a relief role this season, trying to navigate the 7th, the 2-1. Fastball away, 3-1. Cooper's fallen behind now 3-1 on for the 3rd straight batter in this frame. This is the 4th of the inning. 3-1 home. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cooper an out away and a strike away from getting out of this 7th inning with nobody aboard and just 1 run across so far. 5-3 game. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball fouled back. Out of play. Count stays 3-2. Line drive foul again. This one into the parking lot. Another 3-2. Another foul ball. Three consecutive foul balls in this at-bat with Zach Stover at the plate and Blake Cooper pitching. The lefty comes set from the right side of the slab. Here's another 3-2. Swing and a miss. Cooper gets him with a changeup. Down and in for strike 3. A big punch out for Blake Cooper. It comes at the right time. His first strikeout, a big one. Anderson grabs a run back on an error in the 7th inning, but as we head to the final 2 innings, Carson-Newman's lead is 2 runs. 5-3 as we head to the 8th here on the Eagle Sports Network.
And Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
5-3 Carson-Newman, the advantage as we head to the 8th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. I'm Andrew Rogers. Glad to bring you along for the ride this weekend here in Anderson, South Carolina. Carson-Newman will send a pinch hitter to the plate. This will be Julian Hines, an ETSU transfer that will step to the plate to pinch hit for the Eagles. This is Tanner Kilgore's spot in the order, so the Eagles will DH. We'll replace the DH here and bring Julian Hines, a freshman from Glendora, California, by way of Damien High School, to the plate for his 18th at-bat of the year. 4 hits and 17 at-bats, and his now 11th appearance of the year. A couple of runs batted in for the ETSU transfer. It's his first at-bat since going 1 for 2 in the series finale against Lincoln Memorial on March 1st. First pitch strike to Julian Hines. Saw a lot of time toward the end of February, but now this just being his second appearance of the month. The right-handed pitcher, Ingram, comes set, brings the glove to his belt, and pitches a breaking ball in the inside corner for called strike 2. So Jacob Ingram in his second inning out of the bullpen has started off well against the pinch hitter Hines. 0-2 set for the right-hander Ingram against the lefty Hines. The pitch high and inside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Ingram against Hines to start the 8th. The pitch home is a swing and a foul tip off the catcher's mask and bellow. The home plate umpire will walk the baseball out to Ingram and give Anderson's catcher a second to regroup after that foul ball. That was an 86-mile-per-hour fastball. That was right down the middle, and Hines was just behind it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, top 8, 5-3. Ingram comes set, and he lifts and fires to the lefty Hines, and the breaking ball's high for ball 2. Good at bat here from the pinch hitter Hines to start the 8th. The righty Ingram sets for the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Here it is. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Good offering that time. It was an 80-mile-per-hour changeup that clips the inside part of the strike zone for the first out of the inning. And now in steps Nicholas Castellana here in the 8th. One gone. Castellana's 0 for 3 today, looking for his first hit of the weekend. Takes high on a breaking ball at 82 miles per hour for ball 1. Righty Ingram works from the stretch again, and it bounces this fastball into the dirt at 85 miles per hour for ball 2. So Castellana in a favorable count as he steps to the plate for the 4th time today. Eagles by 2. The set and the pitch. Foul tip off the end of the bat of Castellana for strike 1. Eagles have Mark Salico throwing, and Eli Norris could possibly come in for what would be his 2nd consecutive weekend with multiple saves. Should the game stay in a save situation, it is right now. Or the Eagles could leave Mark Salico out there if he comes in to pitch the 8th. Ground ball left side. This is an easy play for Brooks Morrow. He gathers and crow hops a throw across in time to get Castellana, who's 0 for 4. And now the 2-out batter will be Aiden Gibson. So a strikeout of Hines and a ground ball out for the first 2 outs of the 8th by Jacob Ingram. Now Aiden Gibson, this is the 4, 5, 6 part of the order that was due up. Gibson's the 6th hitter. Drove in a run earlier in this game. It was a RBI double He's 1 for 3 and takes a fastball at 88 miles per hour that time for a strike on the corner, outside corner. No balls and a strike as the pitcher Ingram sets and fires. Fastball away again, this one well outside though. It's ball 1. Nine hits for Carson-Newman to score 5 runs so far in this middle game of the series, first of the day. 1-1 breaking ball, clips the zone, upper half for a strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aiden Gibson here in the 8th. Carson-Newman trying to avoid going down in order for the 3rd time today. Did so in the 3rd and 5th innings, went 1-2-3. Here's Ingram's 1-2 offering. It bounces into the dirt outside the zone as well for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gibson against Ingram here in the 8th. Eagles trying to hold on to a 6th straight win and a 5th straight away from Mossy Creek. 2-2 set in the pitch. Breaking ball grounded softly to 3rd. Morrow gloves it. Throws on the run. It's a lob throw over in time to get Gibson. Eagles go down in order for the 3rd time today. Back-to-back groundouts to 3rd. Complete the 1-2-3 inning out of the pen for Jacob Ingram. 2-run lead for Carson-Newman. In comes Mark Salico to pitch the 8th. More on Mark as he pitches the 8th inning after these messages. This is Carson-Newman Baseball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Two-run lead for Carson-Newman, and it turns to Mark Salico to pitch the 8th inning. Here's some numbers on Carson-Newman's pitchers prior to Salico in this baseball game. Andrew Bench started the game, pitched into the 5th inning, goes 4 2/3, allows 2 runs, 7 hits. Both runs were scored there in the 5th inning in the final 3 batters he faced. He strikes out 2 and walks 1 in his 2nd start of the year, then gave the ball to Blake Cooper, who in 47 pitches tossed 2 1/3 innings. Got the final out of the 5th and threw 2 innings of work, full work in the 6th and 7th innings. He allowed a hit, a run. It was an unearned run, walked 1 and struck out 1. And the 9 batters he faced. And he gives the ball to Mark Salico, a sophomore from Waxhaw, North Carolina, to pitch the 8th inning in a setup role here for Salico, who has been outstanding in his first pitching season with the Eagles. 10th appearance this will be. He's tossed 11 innings, 1 loss to his line win-loss record. No saves, a 1.6 ERA, 5 walks to 17 Ks. He'll face Brooks Morrow, the 5-hitter, or check that 4-hitter for Anderson here in the 8th. First pitch, check swing on a fastball in the inner half for strike 1. Fastball in there right on the corner to start the 8th inning as Salico, who works exclusively from the stretch, comes set, and his next pitch is a fastball lifted out toward right center field. Trey Miller out to his left, shielding the sun off, and it's over his head into the wall. Morrow rounds second base, and he'll get to 3rd. Miller lost it in the sun. He was over there and under it initially, but then the ball backed up on him and flew over his head. He was trying to shield the sun with his glove at the last second and was unable to do so.
Number 5, Ben Bullard.
And so now Ben Bullard with a runner at third and nobody out. Salico comes set and pitches a fastball that's grounded to first. This will score a run. Floyd fields it cleanly, and it's 5-4. So another potentially unearned run. It's not been ruled yet an error or a hit, but it is 5-4 after the Morrow leadoff batter gets to third and scores on the Ben Bullard ground out. And now Dom Bello. It is ruled a triple, so not a fielding error. And it is an earned run charged to Mark Salico. Would have been a routine play, but Miller lost it in the sun, so it allows Anderson to score another run. It's 5-4 with it out in the eighth. Salico comes set. The righty's breaking ball is high and in for a ball. First run that Salico's allowed since the beginning of the month when he gave up 2 against Lincoln Memorial. That's the only other appearance this year he's given up an earned run. Gave up 2 and struck out 4 in a losing effort in that game. The righty's next offerings popped up foul back behind the press box and out of play. Two balls, one strike on Dom Bello, who is put together a nice little day at the plate. Couple of walks and a single. 2-1. He chases a high heater for strike 2. 93 on the radar gun for Mark Salico on a pitch that was well outside the zone. 2-2 set for the sophomore. His pitch home, foul tips into Delgado's mid. It deflects off it, though. Frankie unable to squeeze it. And the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. Delgado into the game, by the way, catching for Castellana in the final few frames. The 2-2 set for Mark Salico. Breaking ball. Outside for ball 3. Went to the slider away and didn't get the call. 3-2. Another tough AB from Dom Bello here today. He's drew 2 walks and singled so far. And a 3-2 count here as Salico fastball is fouled back and out of play. Salico readies for another payoff to the catcher Bello. The pitch is a fastball low and away. And Dom Bello, have yourself a day. He has drew 3 walks, and there have not been 4 or 5 pitch walks. They have been at least 7 pitch at bats. That one goes 8 pitches long. And he's on base for the 4th consecutive time. Now Gray Wells. Go-ahead run for the Trojans is now standing at the plate. Trojans are going to bring in a pinch runner as well with a tying run on base all of a sudden. The runner into the game is Carter Hughes. So Anderson will have a new catcher, maybe Hughes, in this 9th inning. As Gray Wells stands in with 1 on and 1 out in the 8th in a 1-run game. Righty Salico fires a fastball, grounded to short, might be 2. Jenkins flips to second for 1. Nathan's throw back to first is a double play. Terrific job again. 3rd double play of the game. 5th of the weekend for CN. That's the 3rd time Wells has hit into a double play. Eagles get him to ground out again. And we've played 8 innings. Trojans are chipping away. They have cut what was a 3-run lead down to 1. 9th inning coming your way in a 5-4 Carson-Newman lead in Anderson, South Carolina. Eagles bats trying to get some insurance runs back when they come to the plate in the top half of the 9th after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Carson-Newman's defense comes up clutch again there in the bottom half of the eighth inning. Anderson had the tying run on base and the go-ahead run at the plate. And they get Gray Wells to ground into his second double play of the weekend. That's the fifth turn by Carson-Newman's defense. And it limits the threat for the Trojans once more. And so now the Eagles go for insurance. They'll send Cole Nathan to the plate. He'll start the ninth, with Carson-Newman leading 5-4. Trojans have scored once and now each of the last two frames. 7, 8, 9 for CN coming up. To bat, Nathan today is 1 for 3 as one hits an extra base hit back in the second inning. He later scored on Ryan Bolton's RBI single. Foul ball back to the screen, 0-1. Eli Norris continues to warm up. He has 6 saves on the year, and he continues to throw, hoping to get his 7th potentially if he's called upon. Sure he will be. And would be his second straight weekend with 2 saves in a sack series. Ball into the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike on Carson-Newman's second baseman, Cole Nathan, who's been part of all of these double plays for this weekend for the Eagles. Next one home is a fastball in the corner outside, says the home plate umpire. 2 balls and a strike. Hunter Harrington had 10 saves last year. An all-region pitcher, finished 4th all-time with those 10 saves in a season in Carson-Newman baseball history. 2-1. Fastball, low ball 3, and the Eagles have replaced him with a guy in Eli Norris who has 6, which is currently tied for 11th all-time in a single season in school history. 3-1 set and fire. Ingram's fastball is true for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On Cole Nathan here in the ninth. Ingram lifts and fires a fastball that Nathan hits off the end of the bat, back up the middle for a base hit. Good hitting from Cole Nathan to flick that one back up the middle, and he's got another multi-hit game. We talked about this yesterday for Cole. He's now got 14 career multi-hit games, and 9 of those are this year. He has been outstanding at the plate in his sophomore season. Now he gives the Eagles possibly an insurance runner aboard with Ryan Bolton batting. Mountain Dew Man's 2 for 3 today and goes back to first, does Nathan on a pickoff attempt. Trojans still have an arm loosening. It's Costa still throwing. He started throwing in the 7th and is back and throwing in case Ingram runs into some trouble here in the 9th. 5-4 game. Bolton shows bunt, bunts it back to the pitcher Ingram. It's Bello to field and throw him out at first. Well done. Or rather, that's a new defensive change. Bello was pinch ran for. The catcher now is Hudson Wilson, and he throws out Bolton at first base on the sac bunt, and the Eagles have the insurance run now in the scoring position. Job well done by Ryan Bolton. Nathan moves to second base, and Trey Miller's the batter. Miller waits, and the first pitch is into the turf for ball 1, 1-0. Next offering home. Swing and a miss by Miller. Strike one. Wind picks up here at the ballpark to everyone's backs, favoring hitters all weekend here at Anderson Memorial Stadium. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Trey Miller. He goes down to one knee on that breaking ball from Jacob Ingram. Strike two. These are powerful wins. I've got multiple items out to keep papers, even my scorebook, from flying away here at the ballpark today. 1-2 set for Jacob Ingram. Here's his pitch to Trey Miller. It's grounded to third. This will keep Nathan at second base. Throw is across and in time. They get Miller on the tag as he tried to slide into first base. Wells tags him out, and there's 2 outs. Good throw by Brooks Morrow. It was a little inside the bag, and Tom Griffin wants to chat about the play with the first base umpire that made the call. Miller ruled out. (5-4) the score. Back to the top of the order for Ryan Jenkins after the 5-3 putout for the second out of the inning. First pitch to Jenkins, a breaking ball into the dirt for ball one, 80 miles per hour on the slider. 1-0. Colton Kaysen will get the ball in the final game of this series, as he usually does for Carson-Newman. Ryan Higgins, a usual Friday star, not available this weekend for Carson-Newman. That's why Jackson Underwood, who would usually start this middle game of the series, was bumped up to Carson-Newman's number one starter this weekend, and that allowed Andrew Bench to fill into the Saturday starting role today. 1-1 set for Ingram. The fastball is lifted foul outside the ballpark for strike two on Ryan Jenkins, who's 1 for 3. He started the game today with a triple and later scored on Spencer Williams' infield single. 5-4 the advantage as Ingram gets ready to go back to the mound. This team trailing by 1, hoping to keep it that way with Nathan at second base. 2 strikes on Jenkins. The pitch. Fastball called strike 3. Inning over. Second strikeout for Jacob Ingram, and Carson-Newman unable to add any insurance of runs in the ninth. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Carson-Newman 3 outs away from yet another series victory on the road. The Eagles are bringing in their closer, Eli Norris, to try to slam the door in the ninth. 5-4 Carson-Newman. We're back for the final 3 outs potentially from Anderson Memorial Stadium after this.
Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Eli Norris into the game for Carson-Newman to try to slam the door and record his 7th save of the season. All 6 career saves this season for Eli Norris, and he toes the rubber against the 8-9-1 part of Anderson's batting order. Here in the ninth inning, Eli Norris back on the rubber for Carson-Newman to try to secure the series against Braden Owens to start the inning. First pitch of the frame is a fastball at the knees for a called strike. Norris, a 1.5 earned run average, 11 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 15 strikeouts on the year for the senior from Ringgold, Georgia. Same home as Jake Wright, who was Carson-Newman's closer for the last couple of years prior to last. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on Braden Owens. It was a save yesterday for Eli Norris and Carson-Newman. He threw a scoreless ninth. Hart came out, started the frame. Norris got him out of it with a scoreless inning. Swing and a miss on 3 pitches. Owens down on strikes, swinging at Norris's high heater. 1 away. Eli Norris is so electric with that high fastball, and he has Carson-Newman 2 outs away from a series victory.
Number 2, Carson Molina-Rowley.
Next pitch home is a fastball. It's a little inside. The first one here to Carson Molina-Rowley, who is 0 for 3, still looking for his first hit of the weekend. Five 4 game in the ninth. Norris, fastball inside that time. 2-0. Anderson just needs 1 base runner. Put some pressure on Norris. That is the Trojans' goal here in the ninth. Obviously, it should score as well, but you can't score usually without getting a runner aboard. You can, but putting some pressure on with a runner is important, as taking a strike is Molina-Rowley. 90-mile-per-hour fastball clips the corner. 9 hits for the Trojans to score 4 runs, 5 runs for Carson-Newman on 10 hits. As behind the fastball is Molina-Rowley, and it's 2-2. Norris already with 1 strikeout. He struck out the side twice this year, or just once, I should say, this year. Hoping to get Molina-Rowley as the righty comes set, the gloves at his belt. Here's the 2-2 fastball, swing and a miss. 92 miles per hour by Molina-Rowley for the second strikeout of the inning. 2 away, and Braden Harrison will come to the plate for Anderson. He homered for the 5th time this season back in inning number 5. The junior right fielder comes to the plate with 2 outs in the ninth, and Tom Griffin will walk out to the mound and chat with Carson-Newman's closer, Eli Norris. Prior to this at-bat. Well, we know what Harrison's capable of, and that's probably why Coach Griffin makes the visit to the mound. See how they pitch to Harrison. Obviously, you're not going to pitch around the kid, but you want to be selective with what you throw him probably, and so we'll see how Coach Griffin and Eli Norris and Frankie Delgado navigate this 9th inning situation. Braden Harrison today is 1 for 4 with a home run and a sac fly. Here's the first pitch to Harrison. Breaking ball high for ball 1, a slider that, or rather curveball that never really broke, stayed high and in for ball 1. Eagles trying to close in on a 6th straight win and a 5th straight on the road. 1-0 set for Norris. Breaking ball high and in, 2-0. So obviously it's breaking ball early to Harrison. How does Norris go to the fastball? High and inside on the fastball from Norris, 3-0. 90 miles per hour that time on the heater. Kyle Kakamies waits on deck. He's doubled in this game and tripled in this series. 3-0 set. Norris rears back, fires at a fastball high and in, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Braden Harrison. So Norris delivers a 4-pitch walk, and the Trojans have some 2-out life. They get Harrison on base for the second time, and that is Carson-Newman's third walk as a staff today. 2 gone for the second baseman, Kakamies. First pitch from Norris, fastball there for a strike. No 1 set. Breaking ball high, 1-1. That breaking ball from Norris has not been effective yet in this closing appearance. Every time he's thrown it so far, it's been a ball. That fastball has been the difference so far to get 2 strikeouts. See what he works to here in a 1-ball, 1-strike count with 2 away. He sets and fires. Fastball ripped down the right field line. Foul ball. It slices foul, and that was hit so softly. You wonder if that maybe scores Harrison, who's got some good speed as an outfielder. But it slices foul, and now Carson-Newman, for the first time, has Anderson down to its final strike. The 1-2 set for Eli Norris in the 9th. The pitch, breaking ball high, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Norris against Kakamies in the 9th. 5-4 Eagles. The set, the pitch. Fastball driven out towards center field. Miller trying to shield the sun. He's to his left. He's got it. Ball game. Carson-Newman has won 6 in a row and 5 straight on the road. That's save number 7 for Eli Norris. Blake Cooper has his first win, and Carson-Newman holds off Anderson in 9 innings. 5-4 the finale in a game that takes 2 hours and 33 minutes and finishes at 3:35 p.m. What a game from Carson-Newman. Norris has his 7th save. Carson-Newman has its 6th straight win and its 5th straight road win here on the Eagles Sports Network. Coach Griffin's team is improving now to 22-6 overall and 12-2 overall in the South Atlantic Conference this season. Final score from Anderson, South Carolina, 5-4 Eagles. We'll leave the crowd mic on for the next 30 minutes as these two teams will regroup and meet here in about 30 minutes from Anderson Memorial Stadium. Once again, the final score in the middle game of the series, it goes to Carson-Newman 5-4, and the Eagles have taken yet another series. They've won all their series this season. 5-4 victory. We'll talk to you in a half hour here on the Eagles Sports Network.